Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video. It's Tuesday, which means it's Topical Tuesday. You already know the drill, and if you don't, it's just the video series on every Tuesday. How did you know? Where we go over the top posts on the Lost Ark's game subreddit over the last week. Look, I'm sure you can already see it called Wildsoul patch notes. That's gonna be primarily the, how you say, topic of this video. Also, this is funny. I'm gonna open this too. Just because it made me lulz. Oh yeah, the busser drama shit was this week too. Let's do these and we'll see how that does us. So obviously the first big thing is Call of the Wildsoul patch notes. So let's open this up, take a look, and see what's been going on. So Call of the Wildsoul update has arrived. It hasn't arrived. It will arrive soon. Downtime will begin today. Or tonight, I suppose, at midnight for Pacific. So, I don't know when this video is going to be uploaded, actually. There's been a pretty big storm in the Pacific Northwest. So, my internet's kind of fucked. It's honestly kind of surprising that I still have power. Like, every house around me doesn't have power, but our house still has power, so I'm a little confused on that. But, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. The internet's fucking completely fucked, though. But it'll be in like 5 or 6 hours, hopefully, depending on when this video gets uploaded. For maintenance, you can watch... Oh, is this it? Oh no, this. Why did they do this? Call of the Wildsoul release notes, but then the patch notes are on a separate page? Okay, whatever. I was like, where the fuck is the patch notes? Anyways. If you want to watch the patch notes with Henry, that's the video. You already know the vibes. He's chilling in the O, like usual. Wildsoul class release. I'm not going to go over all of this. You already know. I mean, if you're a furry or small anime girl lover, first of all, strange. Second of all, you already know. Third of all, this actually does look pretty cool. But Wildsoul is essentially... I would say Summoner Plus, in a sense. Also, you get to be a fucking... Look at this. Bear-ass bear. Fox-ass fox. Furry. I mean, this has got it all, man. But Meat and Potatoes, Makoko Boot Camp. So, they reworded the eligibility thing, which... It still doesn't make much sense, but it's slightly better. In order to be eligible and classified as a Makoko, you need to be item level 1670. So this is a requirement that you have to be. You need to be below this item level, and your account either has to be created after or within the 60 days after the event start date. After or within. Wouldn't these be the same thing? Unless the event runs longer than 60 days? I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to read it how they say it. So you need to be below 1670 and either a new account created after or within 60 days after the event start date. The way they word these things is so bad. Or a returning account that have not logged in. A returning accounts that haven't logged in for 60 days or returned within 60 days of the event start date. The way they word this shit is so bad. So basically, you need to be below 1670. And if you're a new account, you need to create your account 60 days after the event start date within 60 days. Because it specifically says after the event start date. So I guess if you created your account now, you wouldn't get it? Right? Because this is a double negative. After or within 60 days after. Like, it's saying the same thing. I'm pretty sure one of these afters shouldn't be here. But, what do I know? Or you need to be a returning account that has not logged in for over 60 days. So, your last login was like early December. late November, something like that. Or you need to return within 60 days of the event start date. So that means, from what I understand, 60 days within the event start date, meaning plus and minus. That's what within means, and it doesn't say after like it does here. Maybe one of these afters should be within. I don't know. Either way, this shit, the way they word this is horrendous. Just make it a blanket below 1670 Iramakoko. Bang, bang, boom. Fucking stop worrying about it. It doesn't have to be this word salady. But it functions essentially the same as the old Makoko event. Major rewards, titles, bracelet, rework tickets, leap stuff, just mats. You know the drill. If you were here for the last Makoko event, you know the drill. It's just more of the same. The Express event's going on. You can designate one character between 1580 and 1641. So I guess you still have to be below 1640, or I guess 1641. Which, I understand why they do it, but I do wish they would just let you fucking designate any character you want, because I'm not going to use this shit. But it would be nice to get the mats and stuff for my Soul Fist. I don't know. I mean, I understand why they don't let you do it. I just don't think it's a good reason. But you have to be 1580, 1640, basically in that range. Designated character will receive honing boosts up to 1640 with additional boosts and rewards up to 1660. So you get honing boosts and shit up to 1640, and then you get the additional support that you're used to going up to 1660. Challenge missions will require the solo raid clears, etc. You gain rewards after every raid. Major rewards, you get tier 4, 6, 7 gems. You get books, you get transcendence items, dark fires, advanced honing items, many more honing mats. It's just standard Makoko Express event shit. The Guardian raid event is back, I guess. This is the typical kill the Guardian, get the tokens. I mean, you've seen it once, you've seen it all. The event shop is going to be, I can only assume, your standard run-of-the-mill event shop. Nothing crazy there. South Curzon Power Pass, which is neat. Drops the character off at 1585, so that's cool. Advanced honing support events. Aimed at players with at least one character above 1620, this event offers opportunities to engage in advanced honing activities. Cool. You have to have at least one character with an item level above 1620. Participants can engage in advanced honing activities to receive rewards that assist with the honing system. So I'm guessing it's going to be similar to like the previous like honing event reward shit, where if you like attempt to hone your weapon 5, 10, 20, 40 times, you get books and gold bars back. I'm assuming it's going to be similar, but this time for advanced honing. I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong, but that's how this reads to me. So I would expect materials and gold, I guess. Or braid up mats in gold? I don't know, man. It'll be something small, but nice, for sure. Wildsoul launch skin. Little furry. Pirate King. Holy shit, what a cool skin. I mean, to be fair, the skin does look pretty good. Do we have anything else here? Oh yeah, the Arc Passive update. Totally forgot about this. Oh yeah, this is gonna lead into the next post, but Arc Passive update. So basically, tier 3 engraving shit. I think even tier 2, yeah, it goes all the way down. It unlocks at level 50. So basically, the old system that we're all familiar with, the engravings, all that shit is gone now. And as soon as you hit level 50, Arc Passive is going to be the thing, which makes sense. And they're doing that retroactive update this patch. I'm not going to go through all of this, but it's just the standard shit. This is sort of the stats you get at each level. This is a lot of shit that I'm never going to learn because it doesn't matter to me anymore. But I'm sure some very helpful community members and math wizards will know breakpoints, what this means. But me, personally, nah. Arc Passive Enlightenment changes and unlocks at 1100. So before I guess you only unlock Evolution before then? Yeah. So it looks like you only have evolution below 1100, and then at 1100 you unlock enlightenment. Interesting. They consolidated tier 3 abyss gear, which is good. I think consolidating gear and shit makes perfect sense. Obviously, there's no set effects anymore since it's arc passive, so they're just give you max evolution points and shit, which again makes sense. It's basically the same thing we did going from tier 3 to tier 4, but it's just applying to a lower level. I'm just going over this all briefly to see if anything sticks out. I think this is all just standard shit. I mean, it sort of changes how you distribute the points, but I think for the majority of people who are still playing now, this doesn't matter to. I mean, it'll matter for your alts, I guess, but you already know what's going on. And for the newer players, this, like I said, somebody's gonna have the math and the stats and all the fucking what you should do, when you should do it, already done. That's not me. I'm never gonna claim that's me. But yeah. And then it's the same thing with accessories. It's getting converted over to the new accessories that give enlightenment. I guess it would only give enlightenment at tier 3. Yeah. Yeah, it just gives basic stats and effects. Okay. And then tier 3, once you get into tier 3, it gives enlightenment points, because you don't get enlightenment before then, you just have Evo. Okay, it makes sense. Then this is the stats you can get at legendary grade, relic grade, ancient grade. Interesting. From the tier 3 chests, because obviously they're giving you... I'm guessing they're converting your old accessories into new accessories, since the old accessories will do nothing. Interesting. This is a lot of nothing. More consolidation of ability stones, which makes sense. Bunch of content changes and scaling changes due to the arc passive system, which we already know. Bound gold is another big thing. We're getting sort of the... I mean, we saw that the Russia patch that got announced a few days ago was getting a majority of their gold turned into bound gold, which I think... I mean, there's arguments for it, there's arguments against it. As somebody who typically plays a lot of games where you can't trade or everything is self-found, i.e. games like... I mean, I spent so much time playing Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, everything's self-found, non-tradable. I play a lot of MapleStory, Reboot, everything's self-found, untradable. Me personally, I think this is fine. They just need to balance how you get gold, really. I think this might be a controversial take, but I think they could make raid gold just entirely bound and then create another system to get gold from that isn't like raid capped. What that system would be, I have no idea, but I think a lot of the problem comes from tying gold to raids and it being the only reliable source of gold. I mean, you have Unas and shit, but a full week of Unas is like maybe one raid's worth of gold a week, maybe? I don't know. But that's like some like old... I'd have to workshop that. But the idea here is to obviously make busing less appealing and make people want to not do alt rosters because you get less for your trouble. Since on an alt roster, you're not going to be using the unbound gold. But if you're playing the game to play the game, and you want to use the shit to like hone your characters, cut accessories, whatever, you're going to be using the unbound gold. On an alt roster, you're obviously not going to be, so that's the idea behind it. That's kind of what I mean by there's an upside and a downside. The downside, obviously, is you have less gold to buy different things with, so like if you're trying to save up for, like, let's say level 10 gems, it's much harder for you to do that now. In a perfect world, costs would adjust based on the availability of gold, and the sources of it, but we all know that's realistically not going to happen because RMT and shit is so rampant. So it does end up hurting people who are like going for things like books specifically, or like gems. Like I said, there's an upside and a downside. Which is worse? I mean, it depends on what side of the coin you fall on personally, I guess. Removed a bunch of content. Field boss system got changed, which is kind of good. Big thing is decreased their HP and increased Omnium star drop rate from the older bosses, which is really, really good. This shit is miserable, and they should not not have kept it miserable for so long. And then all the old bosses got removed from the alert settings, which, I mean, I think is fair enough. You're not going to be running any of this shit anyways. Hyper Awakening changes for Machinist. Okay. Improved cutscenes. Okay. Sick, I guess. Advanced honing updates. Regular and advanced honing efficiency has been synchronized. Equal item levels will not have same base effects. Those are words, but I don't know what those words mean. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Bunch of graphic stuff, trade stuff, card acquisition. Is there anything good here? Increased drop rate of card rewards from tier 4 plus endgame content. That's cool. That's cool. Adjusted the card pack composition from tier 4 plus endgame content. So they made it so you get less of the shitty card packs, more of the good card packs, which I think is good. They kind of did that across the gate. Friend system, players cannot block targets from invites. Holy shit. That's a big one. Can Art Fortress tier 4 relic gear now drops as selection chest instead of random drops. This should have been how it was from the beginning. Players can obtain 5 gear selection chests upon first daily boss defeat. Okay, so you just have to run it once. Honestly, this is what it should always been, but I get it. They want to keep you playing. Keep you logged on the game. Anything else here that's worth looking at? Oh my god, there's so much shit. I'm just gonna slowly scroll through this. If you want to look at it and you haven't already looked at it, feel free to look at it. Balance updates too, holy shit. I'm gonna do the same thing for this, but I always do this with balance updates. Just gonna scroll through it. So if you want to see what your class does, just pause the video. What is that picture for Deathblade? Ezio looking ass. And that's it. Okay. Well, there it is, the Bound Gold update. Only 5-hour maintenance. This is what I was looking for. Only 5-hour maintenance. Sorry, but I'm skeptical. The link to notes say 8 hours already. It was 5 originally, changed to 8 hours. And then just 28 minutes ago of me recording this video, they posted this. We need to extend the downtime to approximately 18 hours. Instead of the previously communicated 8 hours. Instead of the previously communicated 5 hours. 18-hour maintenance. So I would not expect to play Lost Ark tomorrow. Just being honest. But, hey. Number 1 Lost Ark Piloter and Buster Saturn. I'm only going to go over this briefly. Negative 30 million gold in the red. Basically, he had a shitload of negative gold, but obviously it pales in comparison to the shit that he gained illegitimately from it. He just ended up swapping over gems to one of his friends. His friend sold the gems, gave him the gold back through the trade window. He's positive. He's still way, way, way net positive over everything that he is RMT'd, bust, whatever. Is what it is. It is kind of a joke that they don't just ban people like this, but this is exactly why they don't, because if somebody gets unlucky and they don't have like a bunch of shit that didn't get caught and recorded, because obviously all of the RMT shit that this guy didn't get all caught, or else it would be negative a lot more. So he just used some of his illegitimate gains, sold them off to get back positive. Bing, bang, boom, he can keep playing the game. But the reason why they do this is because they want the small, tiny chance of somebody going to the F4 shop and swiping that way. Because they would rather get their cut than just get rid of somebody who's obviously willing to exploit. This is what it is. exploit or rule break, whatever you want to call it. Because I know some people don't think RMTing is exploiting, even though technically it is, I would argue, because it's breaking the terms of service. I mean, it's not exploiting in the sense that you're not exploiting the game itself, I guess, but that's all semantics. It doesn't matter. And then obviously people were very upset, take away his titles because they obviously missed it the first time, yada yada yada. And so, yeah, obviously a lot of titles got missed. Not surprising. But it is what it is. I don't think anything will change, unfortunately. I did just want to obviously go over it because, I mean, it's the top post on the subreddit. I mean, you can see a lot of it. There's like 4 or 5 posts about this singular guy. This is just one guy, and the only reason he's getting dogpiled on is because he's a streamer. So you can imagine how many more of these people exist. It's not just this one guy, right? This one guy is in the crossfire, but it's a broader problem than just one guy. Anyways, I think that's it. I've yapped plenty for you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Like the video if you like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you to my YouTube members. It's Biscuits Tinder Diz, Remix My Life, I'm Nufo. I love all of you very, very much. And thanks for spending some of your time with me, because it's valuable. Bye!